Welcome back to Fatal Fury. Excuse me. They did just release a new DLC character in the form of
training.
Geese Nightmare, or Nightmare Geese. Change the name of this because for some reason I thought it was Geese Howard, but it's Nightmare Geese. Alright, so one of the interesting things about this character is they did not release an arcade version of him. As you can see, he's nowhere on here. Everyone's been cleared. So, they do have an episode of Southtown, which is what we're going to do. So, in this video, normally I would do the arcade, and I would go through all his moves. I would complete that, and then another one I would do start as EOST. I'm not going to do that, so we're going to go through his moves like I do with the arcade playthrough, and then we're going to start EOST.
Training.
So, let's see what this looks like. This is a new stage I added. They also did a couple other things, an update. They added this costume to Rock, and then they added this costume to Preacher, which are, I guess, Street Fighter themed costumes.
Come on, yellow belly.
I like his voice.
After steel.
Alright, so let's go through his moves.
SPG.
Alright, so standing punches is that, and then that. Standing kicks are that, and that. Ducking punches is that, and that. Crouching kicks is that, and that. Jumping punches is that, and that. Jumping kicks is that, and that. Is additional attacks, additional standing attack is that. I believe it's a 2-hit. Yeah, it's a 2-hit, and then his crouching extra attack is that. Close attacks. Or close punches, I should say, is that, and this. Close kicks is that, and that. Throw, that, and that. And his standard combos is that, and then also, oops, sorry, that one, and then that. So there is combos.
SPG.
So I did his jumping, ducking, standing. Yeah. Alright, and then let's go through his command list. Alright, so that's just that punch I did. Alright, so he's got a dragon punch. So he's got that, or double, depending on which one you hit. And then he's also got that. He's got that. Time. It's low counter. Is he knocks him back. Alright, and then he's got this. That's, I guess, some sort of a counter as well. Snare the opponent, then blast them away with an air display to break through the opponent's. Oh, that's the wrong one, sorry. So, and then he's got this. Block incoming offense. Alright, I don't know what the difference is between that and the other one, but I don't know. Alright, and then he's got this electro ball thing. I hit my wrong button. Oh, okay, that's alright. And then what's this other one? That's stand plus the way that whip the opponent after knockdown. Alright, so
SPG.
that's not what I want to do. What was this one? Goes back, and then he's supposed to...
SPG.
Alright, I did it before. Why is he not doing it now? What am I doing wrong? So it's back and then forward and then punch. Okay, so that's that. Why is he not doing it?
SPG.
Alright, I probably won't be doing that one. I don't get how that one works because he's not doing it. So let's look it on it here. So you knock an opponent down and then you lift them and you slam them. Huh. Alright, and then you got this and those four. Alright. That. Actually. Okay, that doesn't have a... No, that's just a one-hit thing. But then if you do the light punch... Oops. You got that. You got that. You got that. You got that. And then his ultra. That. Second one. Damn. Wrong button. And then his ultra.
For you. This is the end. I swear on my mat.
Alright, so let me just go through here. He has a lot of moves. The counters I'm probably not going to use. So I'm just not good at those. So he's got that. He's got that. He's got that or that plus another button. He's got all these, which I'm probably not going to use. He's got that.
SPG.
That. Alright. Those are probably the moves you're going to see me use a lot. Alright. So let's check out what his EOST story is going to be. This is going to be interesting because he's supposed to be dead in this game.
Together, we will keep the peace.
Switch your home character. And he's sitting on a throne, and the table changed. What is this? Head to the street. Oh, okay. So this, we're going to do Southtown, just like all the other characters. This, however, I played around with this. I didn't progress anywhere in it. But I tried two different fighters, and they both started out with the same prologue. So I don't know if this is like the EOST, where everyone has their own story, or if it's just a single set story, no matter who you play. When I first went in there, it did say to best enjoy it. Make sure you complete the game with Ken and Chun-Li, which I did. So I'm going to research that, and if it's just one story, I'm just going to pick my favorite fighter, which will probably be like Preacha or Terry or someone, and we'll go through it. But right now we're just going to do Southtown, just like we always do. Unfortunately, I don't get to start with him bubbled at all. So I don't have any XP to give him. Alright,
Come on, you yellow belly.
It all happened in an instant. The man before him punched the ground and unleashed a traveling mass of energy, the triple geyser. The entire vicinity trembled from the force of his mighty punch. Though on the receiving end he smiled at the sight, his smile wasn't one of mockery or arrogance, it was simply of the quiet, determined smile of a man bearing the weight of his past. The man instinctively moved to counterattack with raging storm. However, the moment he raised his arms, immense pain radiated in his chest. Was it one of his many old injuries, or perhaps a certain wound was given to him by his mortal enemy? I wonder who that is. Of course, this damn wound comes back to haunt me now. There's no escaping fate. He lowered his arms and instead pressed a hand against his chest where the pain continued to pulse fiercely, threatening to restrict his movements. Both past and present intertwined under his pressing hand. Then a blinding light spread before him, a mass of energy. The unrelenting energy rushed straight at him. As if his vision were blurred out like a bulb, Geese Howard fell into darkness. The next thing he knew, there was a blunt pain in his back. Geese's tower railing had broken and his body was falling through the air, gravity beckoning him to the depths below. Time had stopped. It felt as if he was floating, so weightless that neither gravity nor time could hold him down in this moment. He understood. This is where my life ends. In that moment, his heart reflected neither the past nor the future, but the simple acceptance of burning out his life's candle here in the moment. He allowed the strange weightlessness feeling to envelop his body and silently closed his eyes, accepting his fate without resistance. Just then, something warm grabbed his hand, but it wasn't fate, death, or any sort of esoteric human concept. It was Terry Bogard. Terry had desperately flung out his arm into the abyss to snag his hand, unconcerned with his own safety. Terry did not wear the expression of a man who had been fighting his sworn enemy only a moment before. Instead, his brows were knit tightly and his face darkened with distress, as if he had been caught unaware by the sudden foreboding toll of Destiny's bell. If I remember right, this all happened in... I know it wasn't Fatal Fury 6, because I beat that one. I think it was either 4 or 5, I forgot which one. At the same time, his eyes glowed with a bright light, his instinct to save Geese at the risk of his own life. You will have your revenge, why not take it? A whistling wind swallowed Geese's subconsciously uttered words. The moment passed. Geese's mouth quirked and he laughed fiercely, defiantly even. Geese, don't. Geese heard his protest. Still, he pulled free of Terry's hand. The air embraced him once more. His body eased back into weightlessness, gravity now a forgotten remnant of the living world. His eyes were filled with the glorious sight of Geese Tower piercing the heavens, a very symbol of his strength. That and the pained expression on Terry's face as he called out his name, eyes locked on the rapid descent of a man who had murdered his adopted father. These were the final moments of Geese Howard. The past. It happened unexpectedly. Word of Geese Howard Southtown charismatic evil had arrived. Word of his death. Charismatic evil had arrived. Whatever. Those who had been oppressed under his reign had long awaited their freedom. The news brought them tears of joy, and to those whose heart fostered envy, it brought a weary smile. Present day. Shadow lurks in the streets of Southtown. Though it drifts aimlessly, it somehow seems to be looking for something. The shadow strangely resembles Geese Howard, a man once known and feared throughout Southtown as a charismatic evil. The shadow is no human. It flickers in and out on the edge of reality. People walk the streets as usual, blissfully unaware of its presence. Even the overzealous vendors and street hawkers fail to call it out. The being clearly isn't of this world, and yet it still exists. Wordless and unhindered, it simply wanders the streets of Southtown. And is it a spirit from beyond the grave, or is it an omen of tragedy yet to come? Only the future will tell. Alright, where is... Let's see. Where is he? Do you not have one? He's gotta have one. Does he not have a... Oh, no, there it is. Okay, I was going to say. Alright, I'll just start it here. The quiet, well-to-do neighborhood that faces Southtown Bay is the safest spot in Southtown and where many celebrities live. Here you can find the extremely wealthy Garcia family from Italy, whose impressively sized residence and car collections stand out even among the local bigwigs. The family is friendly with car designers, so state-of-the-art vehicles can sometimes be seen in the area.
Are you ready to beg for your life?
Wow. Alright. You're intense, Geese.
Final round. Get ready.
I love
Fight.
how he stands there, not even a defensive stance.
Too easy.
Oh shit, wrong button.
How fragile.
Perfect day. Geese wins.
This is the beauty of martial arts.
A harbor that helps bring supplies into Southtown. Laborers can be seen day and night uploading freight. The work is physically demanding but doesn't require much talking, so many workers seem to hail from different countries. Tim Jin, a friendly Mongolian man who is now a school principal, once worked here when he first came to Southtown.
Defeat is inevitable for you.
Final round. Get ready. Fight. Cut.
See the- oh,
Yeah.
Dude. Dude. What the hell?
Geese win.
I will never rest. You got it?
Well, you're dead, so you wouldn't need the rest. A certain section of the city, its aimless wandering comes to a sudden stop. Stationary, it scans its surroundings almost as if it's waiting for something. A fragment of a memory springs forth. Geese rarely walked the streets of Southtown during his lifetime. As a big fish, he instead was driven by his loyal men, Billy, Ripper, and Hopper. In Geese's mind, Southtown was a place to dominate. It wasn't worthy of being trod upon by him. Billy often made the same comment, whereas it struck with Geese. We won't let any dumb bastard try and target the Emperor of Southtown. We'll protect you with our lives, Master Geese. Geese would always respond, wound up tight, aren't you, and laugh. Despite laughing at Billy's declarations, Geese was always deeply impressed by his loyalty. The fragment fades into the present like a fog. The being stands in place without words or emotions. Distant voices begin to draw near, becoming clear as they approach. There in the story beyond Geese's own. I can't imagine the look on his face if he could see us right now. Two bros strolling through Southtown together. I don't want to hear a single offhanded mention of Master Geese from your mouth ever again. The voices belong to Terry, the legendary hungry wolf, and Billy, Geese's right-hand man. Terry and Billy walk alongside one another, their moods strange, but not hostile, but not exactly warm either. The sight elicits a slight reaction from the being. Could it be that Terry's offhanded remark was not too far off? Whether it was a reaction of surprise or not is unclear. Being continues along the streets of Southtown. It turns a corner and quickly comes to a stop in front of an older building. The sign above the entrance reads Max Bar. Had any been able to see the being, they might have thought it would have been stuck into the sign, its phantom form disappearing inside the building. It smoothly moves to the entrance and further inside the bar. At this early hour, the place is dramatically more quiet than it is at night, with only one man sitting at the counter. The man simply orders as usual, evidently familiar to the bartender, who wordlessly gives him a coffee. A pleasing aroma of fresh brewed coffee fills the air. Along with the rising steam, a gentle voice too rises. Doesn't it smell delicious? They say the scent of freshly brewed coffee boosts concentration, plus it's relaxing. A fragment of a memory springs forth. He sat at his usual corner of the coffee shop, his hand reaching out to take a sip from his cup. You really love coffee, don't you? A light voice entered into his ear, belonging to the softly smiling woman behind him, standing before him. Geese's bodyguards waited at a distance, but their profession was obvious to everyone in the coffee shop. Still, the woman didn't shy away. She spoke to him as if he were an ordinary man. Geese had plenty of experience with women flinging themselves at him, drawn to his wealth and power. He had thought she was just another one of them, but she wasn't. She happily talked to him like he was just another customer. With her carefree smile and her candid words, her refreshing manner was as natural as the air itself. Geese had scoffed nervously, whatever that word is, at her from the beginning, thinking it was all just an act. But each time they met, she spoke naturally and openly. Soon he found himself speaking openly to her as well. Never before had he met a woman with such strength, gentleness, and unwavering gaze. A fragment fades in a present like thought. Interesting that they call him an it and a creature when they're talking about him now. That's sort of interesting. Factory where supplies shipped by sea are processed and assembled, then loaded into transport trucks to be sent all over. This place also serves as a base for operations for Mr. Big. However, many rather shady individuals can be seen coming and going. The warehouse next to the factory is rumored to house a large cache of weapons from the naval port.
I'll be sure to end this before the fear takes you.
Final round. Get ready. Fight. Counter hit.
Out, Rasputin! Sleep well!
Perfect day. Geese wins.
Where's the... Oh. Southtown's largest terminal station. Not only do many train lines pass through the colossal station, but so do many different types of locomotives, electric, diesel, and steam trains, to name a few. There's no shortage of honest railroad work in Southtown, which makes this station a popular job hub for its more decent residents.
Defeat is inevitable for you.
Round one. Get ready. Fight.
Out, fragile! You can't
Okay, I'm not gonna do this. The counters are a pain in the ass. Damn it. Wow, I haven't lost in this in a while. We're gonna fight again. So yeah, I'm not trying to do those counters. The timing of those counters is sort of insane. Maybe once I get more health. Once I get more health, I'll try them.
Fight!
Now we're just gonna go old school and just...
Too easy. Double Rapuken!
Geese, win! Round 2, get ready, fight!
Too easy.
Geese, win! Round 3, get ready, fight!
Oh, that sucks.
How fragile.
Geese wins!
This is the beauty of martial arts.
At Kane's estate, two men are seated in a lush and spacious garden, deeply embroiled in a serious conversation. Kane, you gotta believe me, I really saw him. I never said I didn't believe you, Box. I simply have reservations as to the identity of this person. Ouch, come on, you know I'm a straight shooter. You're always too cautious, Kane. Box had seen what Box had seen would raise anyone's eyebrow and suspicion. Geese howled out, wandering the streets. Try as he might not to dismiss Box. Kane frowns in contemplation, looking down as he tries to gather his thoughts. Logically, there's no way Geese could be alive, but if it's true, since learning of the existence of the sacred scrolls, Kane had been collecting and deciphering large amounts of related texts and ancient records. This research had begun to convince him of his existence of spiritual power that in this world exists explicitly phenomenon beyond understanding. For him, he can no longer simply laugh off the possibility of the illogical. Could his soul have come back to haunt the city? Interesting. So what's the plan? Where are we going ghost busting? Yes, let's hunt down the truth, Box. I have a bad feeling about this. Sounds good, boss. Box nods and heads to the garage to bring the car out. If the souls of the dead can cling to this world, then maybe. Dear friend flashes through his mind, even if he can't see his face or hear his voice, meeting a soul would be more than enough. The only slightest shade of grease darkens Kane's face. It's an expression he's only ever revealed to one person. And Bing lingers in Mac's bar for a bit longer before leaving and reappearing in the back alley. In that alley, a group of men are arguing. It drags on, the situation escalating. The moment the first fist flies, all talk is off the table and a chaotic brawl breaks out. A fragment of memory springs forth. Geese silently turned to his face Billy, then delivered the pointed words. How many times have I told you, Billy? Only a fool involves himself with pointless fights. What do you hope to gain by revealing your lack of composure? You're just proclaiming that you are in fact a small man. Fighting without reason, that is the hallmark of the weak. Billy listened to Geese silently and closely. After several moments of thought, he settled on his response. With all due respect, Master Geese, when it comes to protecting you from even the threat of harm or fights aren't pointless. Billy spoke quietly, but his gaze was firm. Geese could no longer see the young boy he once knew. Geese narrowed his eyes for a moment and he unexpectedly smirked. Then he unexpectedly smirked. Look at you now. Well, he didn't say it outright. His smirk and his reply were indications of his trust in Billy and even a little bit of pride. The fragment fades into the being like a present like a fog. Fades into the present like a fog. Meanwhile, Kane and Vox drive along silent, except for the purr of the car's engine and the infrequent tapping of Vox's fingers against the window. Kane breaks the silence. Vox, have we received any intel on the brawl in Central City? Nope, nothing of note yet. I see. Stop the car here, Vox. Let's split up and search. Okay, not that you can't handle yourself, but if you're going to be okay, and don't worry. Contact me if you discover anything, and you know what happens if you fail to do so. Kane gets out of the car and closes the door with a slightly more force than necessary. His white coat whisks through the air as he leaves. Yeah, patience is a virtue, boss man. Okay, so that's where I need to eventually go. So let's do this. Look at Fort Town on any map and you might very well think it was man-made given its unique contours. However, it's actually a natural formation. While there are plenty of theories to see how it came to look like this, none have been proven. A great many cranes are set up here for unloading freight because, series aside, the very nature of the landmass makes it perfect as a harbor.
I'll be sure to end this before the fear takes you.
Oh wait, I could have added. Oh well, I'll do it after this.
Round one.
Forgot.
Get
Start out with
ready.
3 points.
Fight.
That was a mistake.
Wins. Round 2. Get ready. Fight.
Damn it.
Geese wins. Round 3. Get ready. Fight.
Dude.
Geese wins.
There. I will never rest. You got it?
All these I have to read first. Nuclear aircraft carrier that docks in Port Town, filling the area with sailors every time it does. Look closely from the harbor and you might also see Marines practicing martial arts on the deck. Rumor has it the ship is involved in the weapons black market, but MP investigations still haven't turned up anything.
Defeat is inevitable for you.
Oh, that's right. That's
Round 1. Get ready. Fight.
Yeah, you gotta really
Punish. Geese wins. Round 2. Get ready. Fight.
Meaningless. Too easy. How fragile.
Why punish? Why punish?
nice. it? I guess it'll work. I'm forgetting to add.
This is the beauty of martial arts.
Yeah, I forgot. He just got 3 points, so it's boost 3. Alright, so I got those two, and then which one is the... Oh, that one, because it's red. Alright, so across. A gym that Yuri Sakazi has frequented for years. It's popular for being close to the station for its wide array of weight training machines. Yuri entertains an idol-like status here. For a brief while, male merchant memberships even saw a sharp rise because of her. The gym is currently funded by Robert and now part of Garcia. Yuri herself is a managing partner as well.
I'll be sure to end this before the fear takes you.
Final round. Get ready. Fight. Hey-ya! Hey-ya!
There we go. That's
Geese win.
proper. The area is home to a large shopping mall with an Incan-style monument and aquarium. The mall is the largest in Central City and sees families flock to it on weekends and holidays. The aquarium contains the largest water tank in the region, with the whale sharks being particularly popular with kids.
Are you ready to beg for your life?
Final round. Get ready. Fight.
Fight well. Too easy.
Damn it, jumped over by mistake.
Geese win.
I will never rest. You got it?
These three and then that. The largest boxing gym in Southtown, where Mickey Rogers once trained, is for his big comeback initiative. Incidentally, would also go on to producing superstars Michael Max and Axel Hawk. A new fighter said to outshine even the great Ricky Stroud trains here. A star student discovered by Mickey himself, who now runs the whole business.
I'll be sure to end this before the fear takes you.
Round one. Get ready. Fight. Geese wins. Round two. Get ready. Fight.
You can't run! Replicate!
Geese win.
This island has been known as Delta Park for generations, despite having no traces of it ever being one in the past. It was believed to be just a field for the longest time, until one day a Chinese-style royal garden of sorts appeared as if out of nowhere. Where it came from is still a mystery to survey humans.
Are you ready to beg for your life?
Final round. Get ready. Fight.
Don't waste my time.
Perfect day. Geese wins.
An establishment similar to concept of Max Bar, created by one of the latter's regulars, with the proprietor's blessing. To celebrate the new opening, Max Bar gifted the fledgling business one of its old neon signs, which Street Stars owes its name. Popular with the younger crowd, this bar also became the place to go for anyone who can no longer stand the neo black cats. Oh, okay, that just takes you back to that.
I'll be sure to end this before the fear takes you.
Final round. Get ready. Fight. Punish.
Oh.
Geese win.
So I got all these. That's where I need to go, but I don't have any more up here. Alright, so we'll go here.
Are you ready to beg for your life?
Final round. Get ready. Fight.
You will regret this.
Took off like a quarter of everything.
Geese win.
Yes, this body has reached even greater heights.
Guess I said that. Alright, now comes the pain in the ass part. Gold in the
I'll
phone.
be sure
Hopefully
to
this
end
doesn't
this
take
before
me
the fear takes you.
all night to do.
Final round.
these battles.
Get ready. Fight.
Die! Too easy. You can't hide. Sleep well. Eat it.
Oh shit, that was my fault.
Shit.
Exactly. Oh, there we go.
Geese win.
This is the beauty of martial arts.
You know what else said is SPG later. I'm gonna use that thing anyway. Alright, so now I just have this one to do. In the back alley, the pointless conflict continues to burn out of control. Shouts and grunts and kicked up dust choke the air. The being which had seemingly been observing that chaos moves soundlessly into the epicenter of the conflict. Then, without any sort of warning or declaration, it clenches his right fist and slugs one of the brawling men. The man never saw it coming, and isn't flying the sheer force of it. He crashes to the ground. Okay, what happened? Who the hell just sucker punched me? Up in sheer terror before Geese's name can even escape his mouth. Eep, what the hell? There's no way. Panicking, the man scrambles across the ground in an effort to get away. evidently being touched by Geese's enabled him to see the haunting figure. The other brawling men take notice of this bizarre behavior and freeze. They begin to look around, searching for the cause of such a reaction. Then another one of the men takes an invisible punch. Just like the first, he's taken entirely off guard and sails through the air, landing in a heap on the ground, soon followed by many. This continues until every man, still conscious, can see Geese's figure. Overcome with terror from the sight, they shout and blindly charge at him. Damn it, get him, just get him. Yeah, I think he can play games with us.
Defeat is inevitable for you.
Round 1. Get ready. Fight. SPG. Good night. Hands off.
Dude.
Child's play.
Good night. Now you get for it. Geese wins. Round 2. Get ready. Fight. SPG. Hammer.
Damn. Too easy.
No, I hate something like that. Take that.
Wait. Round 3. Get ready. Fight. SPG. Good night. Right punch. Good night.
Too easy.
Geese wins.
Yes, this body has reached even greater heights.
Squawk. The men all attack him at once, but they never stood a chance because the man once fears the undisciplined ruler of second Southtown. One by one they fall unconscious. Soon the ghostly figure is the only one standing. The figure feels neither wrath nor hatred. No instinct drives it to fight. Simply retraces the habits and memories of a past life. Silent as ever, the figure returns to wandering. Several minutes later, Fox arrives in the alley. He takes one look at the violent aftermath before him and sighs. The alley's ground is littered with the bodies of unconscious men. Their wounds are definitively physical. Yeesh, what a mess. So it's not just a soul drifting around, but a physical body? Weird, but I guess that's just how it is. Fox grabs his phone from his jacket's inner pocket and swiftly hits the speed dial. Kane and him on the scene. They've all got bruises, real bruises. We're dealing with something corporal here. I see a ghost of the past haunts with a physical body. I lead the search to you, Fox. I'm on it. Doesn't matter if it's Geese Howard or not. I'll harvest his voice. Just be sure the hunter doesn't become the hunted. Be careful, Fox. Yeah, well, you be careful too, boss. Kanan's the call with a soft laugh and amused, but sincere, of course. Okay, now it's time to do the harvest, whatever that thing is. 50. The entity smoothly moves through the alleyways, gradually making its way to the slum's main street. Though its gait may appear aimless, to a keen observer it appears as if in search of something. Is it driven by will, memories, retrospection, even? On the main street, a group of men in suits argue aggressively. Its clear fist could start flying at any moment. The entity approaches, the air thick with tension, shouts and curses. A fragment of memory springs forth. The street below Geese Tower was filled with arguing men. Even the slightest of sparks could ignite the incomprehensible argument into an all-out brawl. Billy simply peered at them and shrugged. Those loons again, nothing. Knowing Billy's expression, Geese decided to impact some wisdom. Billy, those who rule must be quick to stamp out sparks before they can grow into flames. If ignored, even the most trivial argument could fester and spread, eventually sinking its fangs into you. That's why at times a merciless, definitive end is the cleanest choice. Vividly listen to Geese for a moment, allowing the words to sink in before responding honestly. Seems to me if we leave them to it, they'll just take each other out. Geese didn't move, expression like stone. Though you don't understand now, you will one day. The fragment fades into the present like fog. Holy crap. Okay, so that's the boss. So, nothing over here. So let's start up here. The second Crow Dojo, founded by Takuma after he was freed from Mr. Big. It serves as the current main school for the discipline, and thanks to the backing and promotion from the Garcia family, continues to see many new students. It was here Marco Rodriguez first started to walk the path of karate, as have many other true karate fighters. I can't pronounce that word, so I just...
Are you ready to beg for your life?
Final round. Get ready. Fight. SPG. Yeah.
Too easy. How fragile. How fragile.
I didn't know that was that. Oh, is this one of the... This must be one of the ones where you just have to survive this fight. I should really start reading
Too
that.
easy. Double Rapuken! Double Rapuken!
Yeah, because with 9,500 hit points, there's no way I'm supposed to actually beat him.
Don't waste my time.
Double Rapuken! Double Rapuken! Yeah! Deadly Ray!
Oh,
Too easy! Double Rapuken! Rapuken!
yeah.
9,
Back off.
8, 7,
Stay back there.
5, 4,
Get over there.
3, 2, 1, 0. Time's up. Geese win.
Yeah. I
I
really
won't
need to start
accept
reading
this.
This is the beauty of martial arts. The only Japanese style restaurant in Southtown, it offers authentic dishes made from ingredients imported from Japan, making it a huge hit. The restaurant is also famous for hosting whoever that is when he came to Southtown to train. It enjoys roaring business due to its popularity among Southtown residents who have an affiliation with or interest in Japan. Defeat is inevitable for you.
Round 1. Get ready. Fight. SPG.
Predictable.
Oh, I did one of the counters.
Let's go.
How fragile. You can't hide.
Geese wins. Round 2. Get
Let me do it
ready.
again.
Fight. SPG.
Oh, wrong one. Look at that. Oh, shit.
Too easy.
Perfect game. Geese wins. Round 3. Get ready. Fight. SPG.
Damn it. I'm thinking.
Punch.
Alright, now I got a little too close.
Raging.
Geese win.
Dope. pharmacy that Li Ping manages, having taken the reins from his adoptive father. The shop is famous for its owner's miraculous new medicine, and many come from far and wide in search of it. Word on the street is that Li Ping would often test his martial arts skills against strong-looking patrons, but naturally that no longer seems to be the case.
Are you ready to beg for your life?
Round 1. Get ready. Fight. SPT. Perfect game. Geese wins. Round 2. Get ready. Fight. SPT.
Still good.
Geese wins.
I will never rest. You got it?
No recovery health, did not recover. Okay. Stylish bar with iconic neon lighting. The owner has made all the cocktails on the menu himself ever since the doors first opened in 1969. Given its location to Central City's downtown area, the bar serves as a haunt of sorts for the Neo Black Cats gang. The building itself is in disrepair and may close down before long, though the owner hasn't said a word about it to Jack Turner or his goons.
I'll be sure to end this before the fear takes you.
Round 1. Get ready. Fight. SPT.
I got it.
Geese wins. Round 2. Get ready. Fight. SPT.
Oh shit, that was my fault.
Child! Get off me!
Good fight.
Get me free!
Damn it.
Damn it.
Good fight.
Geese wins.
This is the beauty of martial arts.
Yeah, you got more points. Everything should be everything. These 2 health and the recover between rounds. Okay.
Defeat is inevitable for you.
What's up, Sonny? You hungry still?
Round
Alright, let
1.
me finish this one.
Get ready. Fight. SPT. Geese wins. Round 2. Get ready. Fight. SPT.
Not sure.
Here,
Too easy!
take that.
I got it. Hey,
Some of that bullshit.
try this.
Punch.
Oh, that's not working. Damn it. Alright. Oh my.
Geese wins.
kept trying to do the hit where he hits him and then shoots him into the air, but it kept jumping over him, so it would see it as a different command. That was annoying.
Yes, this body has reached even greater heights.
Okay, 90%. Oh shit, there's a level 6 over here. Is there anything else before I... No, okay, so... Thank God I noticed that. Marine in Central City, developed by the popular Hippo Village and Sound Beach. Developers aim to make it a prime resort destination. It's easy accessible from both Central City and Second South, and the premise is a miniature hippo that all the children adore.
Are you ready to beg for your life?
Round 1. Get ready. Fight SPG.
Nice moves.
Wild punch. Geese wins. Round 2. Get ready. Fight SPG. Perfect game. Geese wins. Round 3. Get ready. Fight SPG. Good night. Now hands off. Perfect game. Geese wins. Round 4. Get ready. Fight SPG. I can't live like this! Geese wins!
I didn't think that would raise anything level. Should have done that on 95. Okay, yeah, so this will be the final battle for tonight. Entryway, the entity sways into a maelstrom of shooting men and suddenly throws a punch at one of them without any warning. The man had been expecting the man in front of him to swing. The phantom impact has come from somewhere from where no person is standing. Stunned and confused, the man turns to look where the punch had come from. There he sees Geese. "You got a lot of nerve, you damn fool." The man furiously glowers at Geese. Yet he is the only one there who is able to see him. To the others, it looks like he's gone crazy, a man shouting at nothing. Only those touched by the shockwave of Geese's punch can see him. It's not that Geese bestows upon the psychic abilities. It's not that Geese bestows upon them psychic abilities or some sort of sixth sense. It was the intense emotion stirring within them, a phenomenon caused by negative feelings such as resentment, hatred, and anger. Slums have no shortage of people who have been resentted by others, many of them committed acts that have earned them intense grudges. So, as the men are taken down one after another, they see Geese's image clearly. So stay away, no. God, what the hell's up with this guy? Quit crying, you bunch of cowards. Look in the mess, lock in and mess him up good. Some flee in terror while others stand frozen stiff. Only a few have the fighting spirit necessary to face Geese head on.
Defeat is inevitable for you.
Round 1. Get ready. Fight SPG. Uppercut.
I don't like that kick. If you miss, like, puts you down the line.
Insignificant.
Dude.
Uppercut. Wide punish.
Oh shit, that was my fault.
Too easy.
Don't waste my time.
Child's play.
Geese wins. Round 2, get ready, fight! SP now hit!
Hold on, guys. Oh my god.
Oh, why punish? Uppercut! No way! Geese wins! Round 3, get ready, fight!
Oh, that's gonna miss. That's badly timed on my part.
Why punish?
Sleep well.
Say your best. Uppercut!
Too easy. Double Rambuken.
Geese wins!
This is the beauty of martial arts.
Did I get any? I didn't get any more points, I guess. Gawk. Geese fists make quick work of his foes, sending them crashing to the ground one after another. Geese looks down at their bodies around him. But his eyes hold no sentiment or emotion. He simply processes the scene before him, then leaves. Shortly after Geese vanishes, King stands unmoving as his white-colored billows in the wind, quietly taking in Goose's wake. Help us! No, stay away! The men beg, scream, tremble, all reacting differently to Kane's arrival. Kane scans their injuries, up close resemble the carnage Rock had dealt when he was under the influence of the sacred scrolls. Geese has taken physical form. Could it be Rock? Kane, usually so cool and composed, has a bead of sweat running down his back. Possibly has shaken him greatly. He tries to question the grooming men, but all they share are incoherent ramblings and scattered words. Conversation seems out of the question. They're in no state to talk. Learning any from them will prove to be a challenge. Luckily, Kane receives a call from Vox. Kane, we've got a confiding piece in Second South. I'm headed there now. My sister is at risk. Get moving, Vox. The call ends abruptly. Isn't it his... If I remember right, his sister was Geese's... I don't remember. I already told him that I was on the way. Kane just can't keep cool when it comes to his sister. As Vox muses about Kane's habits, he is suddenly struck by a worrisome thought. Vox jerks the steering wheel and makes a sudden U-turn, tires squealing as he whips the car around to speed off in the other direction. Okay, I got a new conversation. Oh, that was weird. Just as Vox reported to Kane, a brawl has broken out in Second South. A confirmed sighting of Geese at the scene. It's no longer just a rumor. Geese has reappeared in Second South. The entity roams the streets of the city, civilians utterly oblivious to its presence as it passes by. But on one street corner, a group of men speak with hushed, worried tones. There in a story beyond Geese's own. The enemy organization must have seen this as their chance, as a considerable number of assailants are now tailing the trio. Those who stand in the way of my ideal shall perish. The story stretches back along threads of memory. Word on the street is that Kane's enemies are planning to hit on him. Taking on Kane directly, kind of a big fish to fry, don't you think? we should get out of here. I don't want to get caught up in all that. And men turn to leave, continuing the wordly whisper back and forth. And he stops in his tracks. Was it coincidence, or had been listening to the fearful conversation? A fragment of memory springs forth. Geese had heard many rumors of Cain, Murray's brother. That's right, he's his brother, who is Geese's wife and the mother of Rock. That's right. But he had yet to personally meet the man. The mafia controlling Second South Underworld had recruited him. They sought Cain for his combination of feral strength and lethal allegiance. Geese's intel reported that Cain had made good use of their invitation, using it to gain power and influence in his quest to build his ideal world. Cain, truly the man he seems to be, he could prove useful to the Howard connection. Watching from his car parked along the slum streets, Geese observed as Cain emerged from the mob hideout. His blonde hair was the same bright shade as Marie's, but in an instant, both he and his easily spotted hair vanished from Geese's sight. Well, he does appear promising. The fragment fades into present like fog. My God, there's a lot of conversation with Geese's story. Alright. So, let's check out his conversation, and then that will be it for the day. First go to story. Clear all that. I don't want memory. Special is there. Refrigerator faces. Unlocked by playing the Street Fighter map. Okay, so it sounds like the Street Fighter map is just one story, but... Alright, conversation.
Look at you, Rock. All grown up.
Where's this all coming from? And... what's with that picture?
Oh, have you not seen it before? It's an old picture of you and your father.
Me and the old man. Didn't know we had anything like that lying around.
Now this takes me back. Just look at you.
You'd only met him a few times, but you followed Cain around any chance you got. Wherever he went, there you were, right behind him. You were like a little puppy back then.
That's true. You've always been impetuous, even as a boy.
I don't remember any of this.
Oh, but I do. Clear as crystal. Even when you were small, you were already so much like him. You take after me some too, obviously, but still, like father, like son.
I'm nothing like him.
Well, that's not exactly true. You get that same steely look in your eyes before a fight. Trust me, I'd know that look anywhere.
Oh, really? You've noticed it as well. Though, I suppose I shouldn't be too surprised.
Of course, I've seen it countless times. More times than I would have liked. Honestly, that man was always making me worry over him.
Just what was so good about him anyway?
Oh, so now you're curious about your father, are you? See? All grown up.
I mean, I just figured I'd ask.
There's nothing wrong with wanting to understand your roots, Rock. To be a leader, one must.
Cain, no offense, but can we cool it on the sermons? Sorry, Mom. Can you keep going?
Well, he was surprisingly kind at times, and... What's the matter?
Don't make excuses for him. He doesn't deserve it. Remember when you first got sick? I went to him for help and he just...
Rock. Please try to understand. There were good reasons why your father couldn't be around us back then. I know it might seem like he was uncaring. I do. But believe me, the choices he made were always... well... What I'm trying to say is, he didn't just turn you away and forget about you. Not in the way you might think. Actually, he got in touch with me after.
He did? And what did he say?
Well, that he was just so surprised at how much you actually resembled him. And I told him he was obviously overlooking how much you resemble me.
Come on, there's no way that happened.
You say it with such certainty. Each
My
of us
God, there's a
carries
lot of
our own
dialogue with
chapter
this
of the
guy.
story, Rock. If she says it happened, I for one won't deny it. Will you?
I'm not so sure that's a good thing.
Oh, I just love seeing you boys back together and talking like this. How about I make us all some tea? I'll even make it the way he showed me. The finest brew around. There's nothing quite like it.
Wow. He's going to have a lot of dialogue with this stuff, I can tell. Alright, well, that was part 1 of Nightmare Geese's EOST story. Hope you enjoyed it. I will be back next time for part 2. You all have a good night.